Hi. We talked a lot about target groups, dream customers, all that stuff. I want to talk to you now about another big part of your strategy, your competition. How well do you know your competition? Why on earth do you need to know your competition? Some people say, well, I just do my thing and don't worry about the competition. Fair enough, but that does pose a few problems. Now, why do we need to study the competition and monitor it regularly? Here are a few big reasons why. Number one, when somebody asks you, why should I buy from you rather than that guy? How do you answer that? If you don't know what that guy is offering, how do you give them a reason to buy from you rather than him? And please don't fall into the trap of saying, because I provide better service, or my product or service is better quality. It's way too abstract. Better service according to who? What are we measuring it by? What are the standards we are measuring it by? If it's better service according to you, that might be something that really doesn't matter to people. People might just not really worry about what it is that you think is better service. Quality according to who? What quality standards are we measuring it by? Service and quality are two things that are very hard to use as a competitive reference point and saying, I'm better than the competitor on these points. And J. Conrad Levinson, the father of guerrilla marketing, and I'll definitely be telling you more about guerrilla marketing later on, says it's not about being better than the competitor, it's about being different. So if you don't know what they're like, how are you going to be different? And that's another major thing. Differentiation. How do you differentiate your product or service in the marketplace? We're definitely going to be talking a bit more about that as well. But basically it means, how are you going to be different from anybody else? So if you don't know your competitors and what they're doing, how can you make a decision on how you are going to be different? Now, another really good reason is you can learn so much from studying your competition. You can learn what you're doing well, what they're doing well, and you can borrow from them in that respect. And you can learn from what they're doing not so well, and you can avoid their mistakes. And you might actually also find that there are some opportunities in the marketplace because the competition is not doing something the way they should be. So there's yet another idea. The final one I'm going to mention is that if you don't monitor the competition, you don't know what they're doing, they're going to end up sneaking up on you, and before you know it, they'll have taken over the world and your business has gone belly up. I don't want to be all doom and gloom and say that's going to happen. It might not happen. But do you want to risk it? Do you really want to take the chance? So I suggest that for this week, you really focus on studying your competition. What are they doing? What are they doing well? What are they doing badly? How are they doing it? What do they seem to be doing? Where do they seem to be heading in the future? And how can you position yourself in relation to them so that whatever you're doing is more appealing to people than what they're doing? We'll talk about competition and competitor monitoring, etc. more next week. I'll see you then. But I'll definitely be telling you about some more,